Hello students, we are going to continue lesson number 3, force and pressure. In this video, we are going to define pressure and study its unit. What is pressure? The force exerted perpendicularly on a unit area is called pressure. Are force and pressure related to each other? Yes, force and pressure are related to each other by the formula pressure is equal to force upon area on which the force is applied. That is, as the force acting on a given area increases, pressure also increases. Unit of pressure. The SI unit of force is Newton. Area is measured in meter square. Therefore, the SI unit of pressure is Newton per meter square. This unit is also called as Pascal. In atmospheric science, the unit for pressure is bar. 1 bar is equal to 10 raised to 5 Pascal. Pressure is a scalar quantity. There are three types of pressure: pressure on solid, pressure on liquid, and gas pressure. Pressure on solid. This type of pressure acts when two solid surfaces are in contact, and it depends upon the value of weight and area. Pressure on liquid is due to the liquid molecules, and it depends on the depth of the molecules. Gas pressure. The force exerted by gas molecule is called as the gas pressure. Molecules of the gas present in the closed container are always in the state of random motion. These molecules collide with the walls of the container and a pressure is created which is called as the gas pressure. Pressure on the solids. Air pressure is exerted on all the object kept in air. When a weight is kept on a solid, pressure is exerted on it. This pressure depends on the value of the weight and the contact area between the two. In this picture, you will see that on the wooden plank is kept. In the second picture, some books are kept but they are spread and kept. And in the third picture, you will see the same books are piled and kept on the plank, due to which you will see the plank bends a little. Pressure exerted by the force is inversely proportional to the area on which it acts. The pressure exerted by the books on the plank is maximum when the books are piled up over each other. This is because the area of contact between the books and the plank is minimum when the books are piled up, and the pressure varies inversely with the surface area of contact. Liquid pressure or pressure of liquid. To understand this, we have to understand this experiment. Take a plastic bottle. Pierce it with thick needle at the points A, B, C, D as shown in the figure. Fill water in the bottle up to the full height. As shown in the figure, water jets will be seen emerging and projecting out. The water jet emerging from the hole at the top will fall closest to the bottle. The jet from the lowest hole falls farthest from the bottle. Also, jets coming out from two holes at the same level fall at the same distance from the bottle. At any one level, the liquid pressure is also the same. Also, the pressure increases as the depth of the liquid increases. Atmospheric pressure. Air surrounds the earth from all sides. This layer of air is called as the atmosphere. The pressure created due to air is called as the atmospheric pressure. The air pressure at the sea level is called as 1 atmosphere. Air pressure decreases as one goes up in height from the sea level. 1 atmosphere is equal to 101 into 10 raised to 3 Pascal, which is equal to 1 bar, and 1 bar is equal to 10 raised to 3 millibar. 1 millibar is approximately 10 raised to 2 Pascal, which is also known as hectopascal. The atmospheric pressure is specified in the units of millibar or hectopascal. Buoyant force. The upward force exerted by a liquid or a gas on an object completely or partially immersed in it is called as the buoyant force. When a body is completely or partially immersed in a liquid, the molecules of the liquid beneath the body exert buoyant force on the body. The force exerted by the liquid is perpendicular to the surface of the body. It is equal to the product of pressure and area in contact of the body. To understand buoyant force, we have to understand this experiment. Take a plastic bottle and fix the lid tightly. Now place it in water and see. It will float on the water. Try and push it into the water. Even when pushed, it continues to float. This experiment can also be done with a plastic hollow ball. Now fill the bottle with water to the fullest capacity and close the lid and release in water. The bottle will float inside the water. Why does this happen? The empty plastic bottle floats on the surface of water. On the other hand, the bottle full of water floats inside the water but does not go to the bottom. The weight of the empty bottle is negligible as compared with the weight of the water inside. Such a bottle with water neither floats on the surface nor does it goes to the bottom. This means the force due to gravity acting downwards must have been balanced by an opposing force in the upward direction on the bottle filled with water. This force must have originated from the water surrounding the bottle. The upward force acting on the object in water or on other fluid or gas is called as the buoyant force. Buoyant force depends on two factors. Volume of the object. The buoyant force is more if the volume of the dipping object is more. Density of the liquid. More the density of the liquid, more is the force of buoyancy. Now, how to decide whether the object will sink in the liquid, or it will float on the surface, or it will float inside the liquid? The object floats if the buoyant force is larger than its weight. The object sinks if the buoyant force is smaller than its weight. The object floats inside the liquid if the buoyant force is equal to its weight. Archimedes' principle. Here you will see the metal block is immersed in the liquid and this displaces some fluid. When the object is partially or fully immersed in a liquid, a force of buoyancy acts on it in the upward direction. This force is equal to the weight of the fluid displaced by the object. Archimedes' principle has been used in the construction of ships and submarines. The instruments such as lactometer and hygrometers are based on this principle. Density of the substance and relative density. Density is equal to mass upon volume, or density is the ratio of mass upon volume. The SI unit of density is kg per meter cube. The property density is very useful in deciding the purity of the substance. The relative density of the substance is expressed with reference to the density of water. Therefore, relative density is equal to density of the substance upon density of water. This being a ratio of two equal physical quantities, it has no unit. Relative density of a substance is called its specific gravity. Children, in this video, we have studied the definition of pressure. We have studied its unit. We have studied the definition of buoyant force. We have studied Archimedes' principle. And we also know what you mean by density of the substance. So with this, we have completed this lesson. Thank you, students.